Your astrology is more than just your sun sign. You have a whole chart, every single zodiac sign within it somewhere. Your birth time is really important to calculate this chart because that determines how accurate it is. Your birth time creates your rising sign, which is where your chart begins. Your rising, also called the ascendant, creates the framework for the whole chart and lays out the framework of your 12 houses. Everyone has all 12 houses in their chart, and therefore all 12 zodiac signs. What sign you have a certain house in depends on your rising sign. For this person, it would start with Virgo and go from there in zodiacal order. Let's break down all of these 12 houses and what they mean, because these are the areas of life. Your houses and where you have planets in your chart in these houses tell you what areas of life are a major focus for you and where and how that planet shows up in a certain area of your life. For example, Mercury in the fourth house, you're going to be more private and reserved with your speech, versus Mercury in the first house, you're going to be someone who naturally communicates and expresses yourself really well. Because that planet, Mercury, expresses itself through that area of life, that house. So the first house is your sense of self, your identity, your appearance, your body. It is literally everything to do with you, your personality, your outward persona. Second house is your money, material possessions, your resources. What do you need to live and support you on this physical plane? That's your second house. Third house is how do you communicate? What is your mental space like? What are the things you tend to need to do on a day-to-day basis? Your short distance trips, errands you run, people around you in your close-knit community, your close-knit friends and siblings. Fourth house is your home, your private life, your literal family, as well as your childhood and your upbringing, maybe subconscious beliefs that stemmed from your childhood and your family during your upbringing. The planets you have in your fourth house are things that you keep to yourself. You're kind of more private and reserved about. Fifth house, this is your passions, your creativity, how you find pleasure and joy in your life, as well as your romance and dating life. This area of life or this house also represents children if you want to have kids or already have kids. You can also look to the fifth house for how to get pregnant. Sixth house, your work, your well-being, your job, like the work you do for money, your work and health routine, what you need to take care of your body, your physical health, as well as injuries and illness can live in the sixth house. All of these first six are about you and your personal life. All of these upward 6, 7 through 12 are about your external life, the people and the things around you. Starting with the seventh house, your relationships, your partnerships, your marriage. Similar to the second house, your resources, the eighth house is other people's resources, debt, taxes, inheritances, as well as your relationship with vulnerability and intimacy when it comes to other people. Ninth house, international travel, how you cultivate wisdom, your relationship with spirituality or religion. 10th house, your career, your reputation, your public life. 11th house, the contribution you have to your community.